By now, the hype behind Modern Warfare 2 has reached a ridiculous level. Ever since it was first announced, fans wondered if it could best the almighty Call of Duty 4, the game that a lot of people consider to be the best in the series. Well, we've seen all the commercials, the trailers, and the leaked footage. Now it's time to talk about the final game. Modern Warfare 2 is here, and it's ready to blow you away. Let's get one thing out of the way first. This game is gorgeous. The graphics are a substantial leap over Call of Duty 4, with even the multiplayer visuals trumping the single-player offering from last time around. The levels are filled with more detail and effects, both single-player and multiplayer levels showcase a larger emphasis on height and terrain variation, and the open environments themselves are beautiful. Unfortunately, as slick as the graphics are, the game does have some presentation issues, especially when it comes down to single-player story. A lot of people may be disappointed to learn that it's short, and I mean really short. On regular difficulty, I was able to beat it in just under 5 hours, with an additional hardened playthrough taking about 6.5. As far as the campaign itself, I personally had a great time from start to finish, but the way the game tells its tale does have quite a few problems. There are a ton of awesome action scenes and classic moments, and with some obvious inspiration taken from classic action films, it feels like a highlight reel of frontline warfare. However, while there seems to be a new piece of technology or mission-exclusive gameplay element at every turn, it feels almost like Infinity Ward came up with a laundry list of cool stuff they wanted to add into the game, and then worried about the story to connect it. You'll get a lot of familiar faces, but it's definitely an over-the-top plot that'll have you checking your brain at the door, and you're going to have to extrapolate the story for yourself. Single player is still a blast, but it's not going to live up to the legacy that Call of Duty has created. When you get down to it, this is the same great Call of Duty gameplay you know and love. Thankfully, they've done away with a lot of the issues too, such as running into enemies that are infinitely respawning until you move forward, and those annoying where do I go moments that COD4 often had. Your computer-controlled comrades can still be a little dumb at times, blocking your way through a door or cutting off your line of sight, but that's still a pretty small complaint. Most of the AI, both enemy and friendly, is much more improved over the last Modern Warfare. Single player may be short, but Spec Ops is an awesome mode. They're basically 23 standalone missions that can be played in single player or co-op, though I definitely recommend finding a friend. 80% of these missions are actually inspired from the single player campaign, but there are a couple co-op only missions that are particularly cool. One mission will have a player piloting the AC-130 in the sky while escorting his buddy through a military outpost during nightfall, and it's epic to say the least. Infinity Ward has also confirmed that new Spec Ops missions will be available via DLC, so there's a lot of potential for expansion in this mode. And of course, there's also multiplayer, which is hands down the biggest part of this game. I'm a seasoned Modern Warfare player, and let me tell you, the multiplayer is more balanced and fun to play than it was in Call of Duty 4. There are way more unlockables, and you're constantly being rewarded for playing the game. You'll find more weapons, a huge list of gun attachments and perks, and each perk now includes a new pro mode that acts as a secondary function once you unlock it. Death streaks are going to help newbies feel not quite so dominated, though seasoned players are barely even going to notice them, and all those worries about it screwing up balance should be tossed out the window straight away. Hands down, the highlight of multiplayer this time around are the kill streaks. The sheer amount of strategy worked around these kill rewards is pretty limitless. Along with delivering on the game's overall balance, Modern Warfare's multiplayer venues are extremely impressive. The new game modes rock, and racking up kills is ridiculously addictive. As far as I'm concerned, the Modern Warfare series has again set the bar for online shooters. When you look at the total package, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is an awesome experience all around. Multiplayer is a serious improvement over the already impressive COD4 design, Spec Ops allows for some great co-op action, and the single-player campaign is filled with some very entertaining scenarios, despite the fact that more work needs to be done on storytelling and developing the franchise's cast. If you're grabbing Modern Warfare 2 as a single-player package only, you've been forewarned. For everyone else, Infinity Ward's latest epic is a must-own offering. To see more on Modern Warfare 2 and to check out my full written review, head on over to IGN.com.